How to file a claim for workers' compensation benefits. When the employee is injured or becomes ill as a result of the employment, the employee must first report the injury to the employer immediately. In California, the employer must provide the injured employee with the Workers' Compensation Claim Form, DWC Form 1, and Notice of Potential Eligibility within 1 working day of the injury being reported. A description must be provided by the injured worker of how, when, and where the injury or illness occurred. If the employer is not given notice of the injury within 30 days, the injured worker could lose the right to receive workers' compensation benefits. The injured worker should submit the claim form to the employer in person or by certified mail return receipt requested, so there is a record of when the claim was received by the employer. In California, all employers are required to provide workers' compensation benefits to their employees. Employers in California may purchase workers' compensation insurance from a licensed insurance company or through the State Compensation Insurance Fund, which is a state-operated entity that exists in order to transact workers' compensation on a nonprofit basis. Employers may also self-insure for workers' compensation. The benefits are available to the injured worker through the California Division of Workers' Compensation, DWC, a division of the California Department of Industrial Relations. Pursuant to California Labor Code, once a completed workers' compensation claim form, DWC-1, and a Notice of Potential Eligibility is submitted by the employee, authorization for medical treatment must be given within 1 working day. The employer is required to pay up to $10,000 in medical treatment while investigating the claim and until the claim is denied. However, if the claim is accepted, the employer will be required to continue to pay for the worker's medical treatment. A claims administrator must decide within a reasonable time whether to accept or deny the claim. Usually, if a denial letter is not received within 90 days from the date the injury was reported, then the claim is generally accepted. The claims administrators are insurance carriers who self-administer claims, third-party administrators, and self-insured, self-administered employers. If the claims administrator does not authorize treatment timely and the injured worker has private health insurance, then the injured worker should obtain medical care covered by the private health insurance, which will then seek reimbursement from the claims administrator. The employer's report of occupational injury or illness form must be completed and submitted by the employer to the state fund within 5 days of being given notice of the worker's injury or illness. The employer must provide prompt medical care to the employee by coordinating treatment by either an employer-selected physician or an employee's pre-designated physician. It is important to note that it is illegal for an employer to punish or terminate an employee for having a job injury or for requesting workers' compensation benefits for an injury that is believed to have been caused by the job. In addition, pursuant to California Labor Code, it is considered discrimination if an employer punishes or terminates any co-workers who testify in the workers' compensation case. Also, if the injured worker does not fully recover, pursuant to the Federal Americans with Disabilities Act and the California Fair Employment and Housing Act, it is illegal for an employer to discriminate against a worker because of a serious disability. If an employer is illegally uninsured for workers' compensation, an injured worker may apply for benefits from the California Uninsured Employers Benefits Trust Fund. To officially file a workers' comp claim, the injured worker must file the DWC-1 claim form, an application for adjudication of claim, a declaration pursuant to the Labor Code, including a document cover sheet and document separator sheets. The WCAB Form 1, application for adjudication of claim, must be filed with the Workers' Compensation Appeals Board. The employer's insurance company must be included on this form. The claim form returned by the employer will include the name of the carrier. In addition, the Workers' Compensation Insurance Rating Bureau maintains the listing of all California employers workers' compensation insurance carriers. The WCAB form may be personally served at the local district office. The declaration must state that the injured worker has not requested a doctor, hospital, or medical facility to submit any fraudulent information to the DWC. The cover sheet and separators can be obtained through the DWC website.